Good evening. Today I want to talk about ideology. What is an ideology? Ideology is something that guide, lead, direct, maintain one toward their found victory or objective, the purpose. Everyone have an ideology, even if they don't know they have an ideology. They have someone that they follow, their thought pass behind, either correct or incorrect. All ideologies must have a way of examining itself when it comes to anything. Must be able to have a set of dialectical tools to analyze whatever is going on in the world. So ideology is something that maintain one toward their found struggle. Because we as Africans, we'll jump up and revolt and demonstrate, and then we sit down and don't continue to struggle because most of the time we don't know what we're struggling for. We just jump up and react. We need to become organizers and organizing our energy and continue to struggle to win the revolution for the masses. So we're going to revolt because we're mad all the time. A slave going to be mad. How can a slave not be mad? So we have to learn to think together. That's our problem. We don't learn to think together. We must think together. If we think together, we'll act together. And so all organizations must have someone ideology that they follow. I know I have one that I follow. I follow incrementalism and Torahism as my ideology. Some might follow Brother Malcolm. Some might follow Nat Turner. Some might follow Massa Musa. But we all have some philosophy that we follow as revolutionaries, as progressive people in the world. I know when I was in Guinea-Conakry, no, I'm sorry, in Guinea-Bissau in '98, the party something me and Brother Wasanu there while we was already there in Africa to go attend the conference of the PAIGC in Guinea-Bissau and to push Cabralism to be the ideology of the masses of our people there in Guinea-Bissau. Well, we can start thinking on one accord because we love Brother Amilcar Cabral because he's a true Pan-Africanist, true revolutionary brother. We have no problem with that. We have no problem with Brother Malcolm X. We have no problem with Patrice Lumumba. We have no problem with Mona Lisa Sobukwe. We have no problem with revolutionary, struggling to liberate our peoples and stuff. We must be following some positive direction in life of our people. Someone that really is saying something that is about truth and liberation and honesty and trying to explain things to people where we have a better understanding of what we're talking about in life. I make these here for the revolutionaries and the conscious peoples and the educated people who have some sense of idea of what I'm trying to talk about. But we know that, we must begin to think alike. Because as long as we don't think alike, then we got not going to move alike. We're not going to act alike. We're not going to achieve things together and stuff, we don't just need movements. We need organizations. Because organization is lifelong. Movements go so far and just burn itself out. So we need people to want to work for our people. If you work for your people, it's more important that you'll learn how to work for your people. No doubt about it. So we need to start thinking alike, acting alike. Some people say, you don't tell me how to think. I think by myself. I think on my own. Like they don't get no influence from nowhere. And I say, you get influence from somewhere because when you were born, you didn't know how to hold a pacifier. You didn't know how to hold a baller. So you learn everything from the people and you owe everything to the people. There ain't nothing personally yours. Just like we got medical doctors. You got your businesses, you're making plenty of money. Why you can't develop a program on Facebook that start talking about diabetes once a month, a heart once a month? something once a month for the people to see to learn the people more about their health, to help the people with more about their health. Don't let it just be about money. We gave up our blood for you to go to school to get a medical degree to help our people move forward. And you should be trying to find out every way you can find to help the peoples in our sickness. That's your responsibility. That's your job. You said that's the oath that you took. Well, listen, the oath you took was all the money I can make. Then I can understand it. We need y'all. And y'all can help. That's why we need to think alike. We need to be trying to push people to think alike. I don't know what people we need in our society that we don't worship in the sense of having the ability to do something for our people. Everybody have that responsibility. Everybody should be happy and do everything they can for the liberation of their people. And doctors need to be doing all they can do because they can strengthen the health of our people. Surely so. So I'm asking y'all medical doctors, y'all African medical doctors, especially the ones here in Fort Valley. Start getting on Facebook, Instagram, and talking about something health-wise to warn us about, to keep us away from, to make our health better. What kind of diseases is out there coming, what you need to do, doing something, giving us something back. Don't just let it be about money. No doctors, no African doctors, nowhere should be about no money. You got enough money. How much money you need? And we say you can't take none of it with you when you go. Don't do something while you're on earth where the people can love you and talk about you once you're gone, when you can write your name in world civilization from a positive aspect of your people. I don't think that's too much to ask. We will continue to ask our people and people of profession to do certain things like I was talking about yesterday. Some of the school teachers ain't doing nothing. Some of the young youth learn them how to operate this technology like I'm trying to learn how to do. And let them start having some classes on Facebook with the kids. Get your kids, let them sit down in front of your TV. They got smart TVs and stuff, People, we need to start developing more people with YouTube channels and stuff, where we can always go back and kids can sit down and listen and learn and develop and grow. And like I said, we want kids to start doing some talent things on Facebook. Have your kids to start doing some talent things. Let us look at what kind of talent they have and stuff. Give them something to do positive. We must start thinking alike. Because it's only when we think alike, we're going to move alike. I told you, I love my people. More than I love myself, because I can't be nothing without my people. So now I must wait for my people. And I would like for all of us to have that kind of attitude. I'm going to do something for my people. If it ain't nothing but pushing the positive. We don't need to be saying nothing negative about ourselves because everybody else talking negative about us. So we definitely don't need to be talking negative about our people for no aspect. We are great people. And we know we are great people. And we need to start talking about our greatness and our achievements that we done made in world civilization, our victories that we had made in world civilization by thinking alike. So we said, in 1957, 58, when Ghana became independent, it was only 8 independent African states in Africa. By 1963, at the first conference of Organization of African Unity in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, it was 32 independent states in Africa. Or we done ran the Europeans out from colonialism. We done ran, you think, all the progress we as Africans have made. Kwame Nkrumah always teach us that, you judge the depth from which you have came, not the height that you have reached. And you look how far we done came and run all them Europeans out of Africa from colonialism. Sure, we got some neo-colonials in there running with the imperialists, but we're going to run them out too, like I was talking about yesterday. But you just look at how Africa achieved itself in revolutionary warfare to expel the Europeans from out of Africa. and we expelled them from out of Africa. You know, they had to try to find some puppets, some sham independence, not real independence, just sham independence. There wasn't nothing nationalized. Even in Tanzania, not what you call South Africa, wasn't nothing nationalized. Wasn't the banks wasn't nationalized, property wasn't nationalized. None of the wealth of the country was nationalized. Our people still living on 13% of the barren land in Tanzania and still live and fighting every day. You know, just sham independence. You know, ANC are with them for liberation. But I'm for PAC, a Pan-Africanist organization who want Africa to be free. Want to get Tanzania its name back. Tanzania, never call it South Africa again, you know. Just like it used to be with Zimbabwe, you know. Wasn't Zimbabwe, call it Rhodesia. In Zambia, Rhodesia, all Rhodesia, South Rhodesia. But once we whooped them and run the British out of them, then we gave it back its original name. Progress for the African masses. Victory for the African masses. We have to look at our victories. You know, they were just talking about Shimon, the sister that do the gymnastics. You try to call her American champion and all that. No, she African. She African. She African champion. All African people that is performing and any kind of thing that's winning, the U.S. be trying to take credit for them. No, it's Africa contribution. That's Africa victory. Those African athletes, they expect you to look in, you know what I'm saying? They Africans. You know, we have to take ownership of our people. All the things that we go through to achieve different things under capitalism. We have to go through all kinds of things just to achieve things up under capitalism that shouldn't even make any sense whatsoever. Why you got to fight so hard to get an education? On capitalism. On capitalism. Y'all need to start examining, studying more about capitalism and how it works. You must. It ain't for me to tell you. You need to find out for yourself. Best knowledge is what? Self-knowledge. Well, find out for yourself. I wouldn't get on here and lie to my people. I love my people too much to lie to them. I would never do that. I wouldn't even risk my life to come to tell you a lie. For what reason? You know, we say ideology must guide your actions of all people. Don't make no difference what your religion is. In Nkrumah Sigatory, deal with traditional Africa, deal with Euro Christianity Africa, and deal with Islamic Africa. You know, because all we are inspired by religion, but the religion can't stop you from fighting for your freedom. Now, if you got a religion stop you from fighting for your freedom, as Brother Malcolm X said, you need to get rid of that religion, and you need to lock it in the closet. Because it's not about religion. All religious Africans go through the same thing here up under capitalism, fighting to move forward, move the people forward. Our churches in the community to help the community. Young kids want to get in the church and do some things, and that program that they trying to develop and stuff, give them the key. Encourage our kids. Don't be letting them think that you're supposed to go to this building here on Sundays or Wednesdays. No, you got to encourage the kid to be participating in different things, helping in different things. They got the energy. So we must come to think alike. We must. That's the only way we can save ourselves. You know, definitely. Especially Christians. Christians know, you must be struggling to destroy the devil. You must be. You can't say you're not struggling to destroy the devil. You must be. And the devil, ain't no individual walking around. The devil's a system. A system of how to exploit you, how to dominate you, how to oppress you, how to keep you confused. But like I said, we need to start studying our own history. We need to go back in the traditional Africa and start studying our own history. How we built our empire, with all the things we had in our empire. Stop looking at ourselves some kind of color or some kind of something you could never be. You're African. That's all you could ever be. You know, like we used to say, you got two things you got to do. You stay black and die. Now you got to stay African and die. You know, I don't know. I just know that we have to start moving together, no matter where we are. Like I want to encourage yesterday, ask everybody to get them go live or go on YouTube and start developing some things where more of us can get involved in what we're talking about, what we're trying to do. All the conscious peoples and stuff, let us know who ideology you follow and stuff, whoever it is, where we continue to fight and try to form this African United Front and to be an organization. So I think my 15 minutes is probably up. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. And I'm struggling real hard, y'all, to get this on 7 o'clock. So I'm pre-recorded early. So can I download the way I can have it on about 7 o'clock. So y'all just bear with this African, okay? All right, forward for the revolution.